Hey guys! Happy October. I'm super excited. So I'm gonna be filming my first Halloween look for this month, I guess. So I'm gonna be doing Halloween looks this month. This is my first time doing them. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm mostly excited. I've been prepping for this the last month, 2 months or so, and I am going to do, I haven't quite decided how I want it to look yet, but it's gonna be a pop art zombie, but I want to incorporate some ice cream in it. I'm not quite sure how I want that to look just yet, so I'm gonna pull some inspiration from a couple photos, and then I'm just going to wing it and make it my own. So we're gonna see what I come up with, but yeah, in honor of Halloween, in honor of October, and this month also has a Friday the 13th, which I'm super excited about. I want to release a look on Friday the 13th, and it's in my noggin. I've always wanted to do a pop art zombie, but I knew that I wanted to make it a little bit different because a lot of people already do, or have already done a pop art zombie, but I wanted to change it up and add like a little twist. So I was like, let's add ice cream or make it ice creamy. I don't know. If you guys want to just get yourself comfortable and grab some pillows, a snack, grab a drink, and we'll do this look together. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. So I'm going to prime just like I normally start my routine off with. I'm using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More, so I'm going to apply this pretty generously all over my face, and I'm going to drag it down to even my neck and shoulders because this is body art, so we are going to be applying a lot of color and a lot of product all over up in this body canvas that we got going on. So you want to make sure that you're nice and primed and everything's nice and even. So now I'm taking a MAC Fascinating Eye Kohl. It's basically just a white eyeliner, and I'm mapping out the body parts that we're going to add. So this is going to be the side of the mouth. I'm doing the brain, and then I'm going to create sort of like a splattered neck. Oh, and we're going to do eye sockets, of course, because she's going to be super sleepy and zombie-like, duh. And for the neck, you just want to create kind of like a splattered drip sort of shape, and then reserve 3 squares in the middle of it for the neck bones. So I'm using a really light pink cream liner, but I realized I forgot to put the ice cream drip in. So you just want to create that shape however you want to and just freehand it. So anyways, this pink cream color that I used all over my face I realized was too pastel for my liking, so I went in with MAC's Process Magenta. It's a shade stick, and it's like the title suggests, it's a magenta color. So I took that and I mixed a little bit of it on the back of my hand with that pink cream, and what that did was create a more reddish pink, which is kind of what I was going for. So I just did that all over my face and body, and then I just stayed away from those shapes that we created with the white eyeliner. And then I'm just going in with a damp cosmetic sponge, one of those little like triangle wedge ones, just to blur out any of those paint strokes that we have going on. So now we're going to move on to the brain. I'm just taking Process Magenta and putting that on my forehead and spreading it out with a foundation brush. So at this point, if you're worried that a lot of your colors are overlapping, don't worry about it, because we're going to go over everything and outline it with black eyeliner later on. And I'm going to take some white Snazaroo face paint, and this is going to be the ice cream, the actual ice cream drip that we're creating. I'm going into Love Letter from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm using that just to create a crease on my eye, just so she has a little bit of dimension going on there. And also because this is a creamy sort of pink paint color, I wanted to set it with something powdery. Then I'm taking Buon Fresco, and I'm putting that on the outer half of my lid, and then just blending it in with the Love Letter. And I don't know where my clip went of me putting Primavera on the inner corner of my eye, but it is there, so you can see that little shimmer. So this is the NYX Gel Eyeliner. I'm just taking it on an angled brush and we're gonna start outlining. So I'm separating the brain and the ice cream, and then we're gonna go ahead and separate the ice cream from the face. So these next couple parts, I'm a little bit all over the place. So here I am mapping out the teeth. I'm using that white face paint with an angled brush, and for the teeth you just want to create like kind of rounded rectangles, and then whatever like top they're on, like if they're on the top you want to create the points of the teeth on top, if they're on the bottom you want to create the points on the bottom, and boom! I am filling in the white ice cream drip with a little bit more white because I wanted it to be a little bit more opaque. And then I go in and add love letter to the brain, again just to create more dimension, just so she's not, you know, like a one-dimensional zombie girl. She wants to have some character. And then now I'm taking the NYX liquid liner to create the actual brain part. So for this you want to do just little C shapes, little squiggles, not half circles but half of half circles, so quarter circles if you want to call them that. And then that's just what's gonna make the brain look really like bulgy and comical and cartoonish. And then just to add a little bit more like character to it, I added some dots, some scribbles, and actually while the liquid liner was still drying, I shaded it in with some black eyeshadow and an angled brush. And then just to add some highlights and accentuate the brain even more, I took the L'Oreal Infallible. This is like a white liquid liner, and I just added a little bit of highlights to certain spots on the brain. And we're back to the teeth. So I'm just taking that white Snazaroo paint on a concealer brush, and make sure that your teeth are as white as you want them for this part, just so you don't have to keep going in and creating unnecessary steps and creating extra layers that you don't need to. So I'm putting the white down just so I have the color down, and then I'm going to go to Process Magenta, take it on that same brush, and then I'm going to fill in the mouth with that pink color. And then for the outlining, for the actual perimeter of the mouth, I found it easier to use the NYX Gel Liner on an angled brush, but to outline each individual tooth, the NYX liquid liner or any like script brush liner works best for the teeth. So I created this really pastel blue color. I wanted it to be teal, but we end up fixing it later, so don't worry about it right now. I just used white cream paint and then a little bit of green and blue, and to make it a little bit more turquoise is what I was going for. We take some eyeshadow. I'm using an Inglot eyeshadow to fill it in, and then to shade I'm taking MAC's Electric Eel on a blending brush and just putting those like on the perimeters of the eye, just so we get a little bit more depth in the like folds, because she's supposed to look sleepy and back from the dead because she's hungry for ice cream, so that's what we're going for. Then I took the NYX liquid liner and then just created lines underneath, and that was supposed to be the wrinkles. So I took that same blue concoction that I used underneath my eye and I used it to paint on my eyebrows. So I just painted them on, just did like a rough estimate of their shape, and then I took my NYX liquid liner, sorry, not the liquid liner, the gel liner, and then I used the angle brush to line them out, and I filled in my eyebrows with that Inglot eyeshadow that we used underneath our right eye. Created some more contouring and details to her, and then I filled in the other half of my lips with a lip liner from Colourpop. I don't remember the name of the shade off the top of my head, but it's just like a berry purple, and then I accentuated my lip shape a little bit more just to make it more cartoon, zombie, doll-like. And of course, we cannot forget the sprinkles, the pretty much only important part of this look. So I wanted to give her a sweet tooth, so I just adhered some sprinkles on with Lash Glue. I would have used Spirit Gum just because I know it would have guaranteed have been tacky, but the Lash Glue was a little bit tricky to work with, but I was able to get it to work. For your forehead, you can put as many or as little sprinkles as you want on. I wanted to have a lot, and I wanted to do a sprinkle teardrop, kind of like Nicole Guerrero. And then we can finish on the rest of the look. So I'm just filling in those 3 squares that I reserved earlier for the neck bones. And then this white splotch that I had no idea what I wanted to do with, I decided last minute it was going to be a puddle of melted ice cream. So I just filled that in with white, and then I went ahead and filled in the rest of my neck with black paint. This one's also from Snazaroo. And then I used the NYX Gel Liner to create the outline for the splotch on my shoulder. And then I just went in with that NYX liquid liner and I created those same shapes that I did on my face, just with the squiggles, the scratches, and the stitch marks and dots, just to, again, create more dimension and character to the zombie. And then on the splotch, I just used those 2 blue eyeshadows that I used on my eye and some black eyeshadow just to do some shading. And then, you guessed it, I added some more sprinkles on, and then I took some more black eyeshadow, or sorry, no, black face paint, and then I wanted to hollow out her nose. As you can see, I already put in my colored contacts. I didn't have anything more theatrical than these. These are just gray Desio contacts, so use whatever you got, but for this I just did 2 messy triangles, and then I just tapered out the top parts, and other than that, she is finished. So this is the completed look. I believe this took me a little less than 2 hours, probably an hour and a half, but I'm so excited with how she turned out. She's so cute. So the only thing that I would change is probably adding a cherry somewhere, just so it kind of embodies more of an ice cream sort of character. But I got the sprinkles, I got the vanilla ice cream. I wanted to do blue as the accent color just because I love cake batter ice cream and you always see like the blue frosting swirl in there, so that's like my homage to cake batter ice cream, my favorite ice cream flavor in the world. This is her all completed. This is my ice cream pop art zombie. She is so stinking cute and I'm super happy with how it turned out. So this is my first video for October, for Halloween. I'm so excited to get more videos coming along. So if you guys have any other questions, anything that you want me to know, leave them down below. I will get back to you guys. Other than that, I hope you have a good night. I hope you guys are getting excited for Halloween as much as I am. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next Halloween tutorial. Bye.